Welcome to Quizmaster Hub. Are you ready for a history challenge? 50 questions, 10 seconds each. No pauses, no mercy. Let's see how smart you really are. How many symphonies did Haydn write? 14, 34, or 104? B. 104. Who murderer terrorized part of London in 1888? C. Jack the Ripper. What caused the Titanic to sink? B. It hit an iceberg. Which war is the setting for Catch-22? D. World War II. In the Bible, who were the two sons of Adam and Eve? C. Cain and Abel. What huge beasts were used by the Carthaginians at the Battle of Zama in 202 BC? C. Elephants. What was the name given to the North's forces in the American Civil War? C. Union. Which city's main art gallery is called the Prado? C. Madrid. What famous World War II fighter plane was developed from a seaplane? A. The Spitfire. Which weapon was invented in Bayonne in about 1590? B. The Bayonet. Which is the second book in the Bible? D. Exodus. From which country does opera singer Kiri Te Kanawa come? C. New Zealand. Which Italian city is the setting for Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? A. Verona. Was David Garrick an inventor, an actor, or an explorer? D. Actor. George Stephenson invented what form of transport? D. The steam locomotive. In the Roman army, which unit was bigger, a legion or a cohort? C. Legion. What famous building in India was completed in 1643? B.
Taj Mahal.
What kind of creature is carved into the hillside at Uffington on the Berkshire Downs? A.
A horse.
Which modern household pet was sacred in ancient Egypt? A. The cat. What name was given to Japanese suicide pilots of World War II? B. Kamikaze.
In which year did Julius Caesar first land in Britain? 50-50 BC, 55 BC, or AD 55?
C. 55 BC.
What was the Christian name of Jesse James's brother?
B. Frank. Who led the first recorded expedition inside the Antarctic Circle? B.
James Cook. Who captained HMS Victory at the Battle of Trafalgar?
C. Captain Hardy.
Which country funded Columbus's Atlantic voyage, Spain or Portugal?
A. Spain.
Who won a record 7 gold medals at the 1972 Olympics?
A. Mark Spitz. What did test pilot Chuck Yeager break in 1947? B. The sound barrier.
Which country was ruled by Ahmed Sukarno until 1967?
A. Indonesia.
What very common metal was first extracted from bauxite in 1822?
B. Aluminum. Which famous Indian leader was known as the Mahatma, meaning great soul? B.
Gandhi.
What religion was introduced into Japan in 552? D.
Buddhism.
Which instrument is associated with Yehudi Menuhin?
B. Violin. On which continent mainland did Columbus land for the first time in 1498? A. South America. What nationality was Alexander Graham Bell, inventor of the telephone? A. Scottish.
What in ancient Greece was an amphora?
C.
A big two-handled vase.
Which married couple won the Nobel Prize for Science in 1903?
C. Marie and Pierre Curie.
What was the ancient Roman name for Ireland?
C.
Hibernia.
Which Native American boat was used by early explorers on narrow rivers? D. The canoe.
What do the initials RAF stand for?
B.
Royal Air Force.
Gladys Knight sang the theme song for which Bond film? C. License to Kill.
In which band did Bill Wyman play for over 20 years?
D. The Rolling Stones. Which side won the first Cricket World Cup in 1975? D.
West Indies.
What country did Cleopatra rule?
B. Ancient Egypt. On which landmark was built to celebrate the Paris Exhibition of 1889? B. The Eiffel Tower.
What nationality was Pablo Picasso?
C. Spanish.
Who reached the Bahamas and thought he had reached India?
A. Columbus. Who fought to unify Italy with an army of 1,000 red shirts? A. Giuseppe Garibaldi.
Where did Roman senators meet to discuss matters of state?
D.
The Senate.
In which war was fought between the Union and the Confederacy? A. American Civil War. What invention did Louis Daguerre help to develop in the 1820s? B.
Photography.
Great job for completing the quiz. How many answers did you get right? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more fun quizzes. See you next time on Quiz Master Hub.